It wasn't meant to happen that way. The evening had been quiet, a gentle retreat from the noise of the city, with dinner behind them and a slow, aimless walk ahead. Barbie Forza had been speaking about something, though now she couldn't recall exactly what. David Licauco, unusually quiet, had seemed absorbed in thought, not distant, just reflective, and she hadn't given it much consideration. Not until he came to a sudden halt, drew in a slow breath, and turned fully to face her. She blinked, startled, sensing the subtle but unmistakable shift in his gaze. It was the look he gave only when he was about to speak something honest, something that truly mattered. Before she could ask a question, his hand went into his coat pocket and emerged holding a small box. Her breath caught, as if the world itself had paused around them. Time seemed suspended. Her lips parted slightly, her heart thrumming in a way she had never felt before. David didn't speak immediately. Instead, he opened the box first. Inside lay a ring, simple, elegant, and sincere, just like him. "I don't want to wait any longer," he said, his voice soft but unwavering. "I love you. I've loved you for a long time, and I want this life with you. All of it." The words registered slowly. There was no staged gasp, no rehearsed reaction, only a profound silence that seemed to stretch across the city itself. Then her hands instinctively clutched her chest, her body folding slightly forward, and tears began to fall. Not the kind that you avert your eyes from, but the kind that makes you feel everything alongside her. She nodded before finding her voice, and when she finally whispered, it cracked with emotion. "Yes." David didn't stand immediately. He simply held her hands and looked at her with the quiet intensity of a man who had found the one thing that made perfect sense in the world. And perhaps she was exactly that. There was no audience. No cameras, no flashes, no perfectly captured angle. Just a man, wholly in love, asking the woman he adored to be his forever. And a woman responding with everything she had, tears and all. Later, in the stillness of their hotel room, curled together in the comfort of each other's arms, Barbie traced the ring on her finger, as if willing herself to believe it was real. David pressed a kiss to the top of her head and held her a little tighter, wordlessly sharing in the quiet triumph of that moment. She didn't need spectacle. She didn't need grandeur. She had him, and that was enough. What moved her most wasn't the surprise, but the way he had spoken her name, as a vow, as a promise he had been waiting his whole life to fulfill. Outside, the city slept on, unaware of the profound shift that had just taken place in a quiet corner of its streets. In that stillness, she knew without question that this was the beginning of everything she had never dared to imagine, and everything she had longed for.